nobody better situated than Berkshire to satisfy a large portion of the needs of the country, and we will do it at a rate of return that is, it's not designed to make us rich or anything like that. It's a sensible rate of return.
Warren Buffett underscores the societal role of utilities such as power. He also emphasizes the need for a sensible rate of return when Berkshire take the lead to provide. This reflects Berkshire's balanced approach, considering both societal needs and financial considerations in investment decisions. Pay close attention to his response to a challenging question.
Will Berkshire, through BHE, continue to invest resources in jurisdictions where corporate assets may be subject to confiscatory state policies and actions? And how is Berkshire Energy working with officials in Utah to minimize potential corporate losses if and when state control is asserted over its electrical utility sector?
Yeah. I will let Greg join with me in the answer on this, but I would say our feeling is that Utah is actually very likely to treat us fairly, whether the action is in granting appropriate rates that give us the return we expected, generally expected, in terms of our own properties, or if they decide for some reason to go to public power, I think they would compensate us fairly. In the 1930s, George Norris, a senator from Nebraska, just turned Nebraska into a public power state. And our experience in Iowa would indicate that free enterprise has its role, and that we can run a privately owned utility company that will be more efficient for society than, at least in most states, people can do with public power. But what has happened is that there's going to be enormous amounts of money spent on power. And if you're going to do it with private owners, there's nobody better situated than Berkshire to satisfy the portion, but a large portion of the needs of the country, and we will do it at a rate of return that is not, it's not designed to make us rich or anything like that. It's a sensible rate of return, but we won't do it if we think we're not going to get any return. It'd be kind of crazy. And we've seen actions in a few states where some of the costs associated with climate change are not being regarded as costs that the utility shouldn't incur. Well, believe me, if it was publicly owned, they would have incurred it too. But we'll do what society tells us, and we have got the money, and we've got the knowledge to participate big in something that is enormously important for the country. But we're not going to do it. We're not going to throw good money after bad in the field. I don't worry about. My understanding is, and Greg can elaborate on this now immediately, but I don't regard Utah as being unfriendly to the idea of utilities being treated fairly. Charlie? Charlie, I'm so used to I had actually checked myself a couple times already, but I'll slip again.
Warren Buffett's reply indicates Berkshire Hathaway Energy's probable continuation of investments in regions where corporate assets might encounter regulatory challenges. He expresses trust in Udow's equitable treatment and highlights the significance of free market principles. Buffett also stresses the societal responsibility of utility companies but insists on a reasonable return on investment. This reflects a balanced strategy, weighing both social obligations and financial prudence in investment choices. Do you agree with his belief? If you enjoyed this video, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you.